like to follow along with us, you can visit bit.ly/ECR logs and click on Open Mic Night. Tonight we have Mark, KE2EDS, as our host, and on the logs is Jason, K4KU. I'm going to be your net controller tonight, and just a reminder, try to keep your answers or any transmissions under 2 minutes and 45 seconds or so, and pause if you need to and come back. Couple of announcements before we get started. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. is the 20-meter net on 14.317, plus or minus a little. Tomorrow night is Ask an Elmer in the ECR Zoom room at 8 p.m. And Friday night is our Youth Net at 8 p.m. Reminder, the text line is open, 716-317-9050. And you can also check in by email at text@ecr.radio. Again, text@ecr.radio. Our question for tonight is, what is the next piece of equipment you'd like to put in your ham shack? What is the next item or piece of equipment you'd like to put in your ham shack? We're going to start tonight with mobile check-ins. So if you're mobile, and only if you're mobile, please, call signs twice and slowly.
Whiskey 3 Zulu Echo. Whiskey 3 5 Zulu Mike Charlie Victor. That is KJ5 mobile.
Okay, we just had a nice little pile up there. Can we start with a Whiskey 3 Zulu station? Whiskey 3 Zulu, come back.
Whiskey 3 Zulu Oscar Echo, W3ZOE.
Okay, we've got you there, Zoe. And then I think we had a KJ5 station. KJ5 station, come back.
Kilo Juliet 5, Mike Charlie Victor, KJ5 MCV, Ryan. Checking in mobile.
Okay, Ryan, we got you as well. Are there any other mobile check-ins? Mobile check-ins only, please. Okay, let me also acknowledge via text KQ8U, Bob from Ecorse, Michigan, with W3ZOE, Zoe from Kentwood, Michigan, and KJ5MCV, Ryan from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. So going up to the first mobile, that would be Zoe, W3ZOE. Zoe, what's the next piece of equipment you'd like to put in your ham shack?
You know, I think the question is, what can I afford to put in the ham shack? You know, I just spent all my money on the FTDX10. I'd really like to put an amplifier in the ham shack, but because my shack is also my living room, in a one-bedroom apartment, it makes things kind of tough. But I think my next thing I'm going to be putting up is some kind of better antenna outside of my NFET half-wave.
This is November 3, Tango Echo Bravo, Jacksonville, Florida. Anybody copy this transmission? November 3, Tango Echo Bravo, standing by and...
November 3, Tango Echo Bravo. This is K4GDS. At the moment, we're in a controlled net, but I did hear your transmission. If you'd like to join the net, I'd be more than happy to call on you. And Zoe, thank you for your answer. Since your wish was an amplifier, we put you down for the amplifier. We're playing Santa Claus tonight. Next on the list is KJ5MCV. Ryan, looks like you're new to the system. If you have a good email out on QRZ, we'll be happy to send you a welcome letter, and appreciate you joining us. So what's the next piece of equipment you'd like to add to your ham shack?
KJ5MCV, appreciate you picking me up. Yeah, I'm here visiting the area. I think I'm coming into Conroe right now. The Woodlands. Had to do a hotel, doing some work down here. We're putting in a cell tower. Trying to make sure that goes smooth, I guess you could say. I am out of Broken Arrow, and I think the answer to that question would be, boy, I think that FT991 is next on the list. I don't have that license yet. I'm pretty young in the ham world, but I think that's the one.
Okay, we got you down for an FT991. Definitely a radio you can grow into. It's, I believe it's VHF, UHF, as well as all the HF. So, sounds like a good idea. Next was our text check-in KQ8U, Bob from Ecorse, Michigan. What would you like to add to your ham shack?
I like to put a bigger monitor on the wall. I got a couple 24s. I like to go with a 32. That would be the next ad I would think about doing. I have a blue bunch of pictures. Hey, great, you back in that control.
Okay, Bob, we've got you down for a new monitor. We also had one more text check-in, KU4UPK, but before we take that, let's see if there's any other general check-ins, including that station that, I guess it was N3TEB, was that it? Was there an N3 station that was trying to check in?
Kilo 2, Charlie Mike Tango. WA4 WGA, you are correct, sir. There was an N3 TEB.
Hey, we put N3TEB down as in and out. If you wanted to participate, go ahead and check in the next round. We also had K2CMT, Mike in DeBerry, Florida, and WA4WGA, Ray out of Talmadge, Ohio. Hope I got that right. So up to the top of this list is KQ4UPK via the text line. Chris, what would you like to add to your ham shack?
Hey everybody, that's on the Open Mic Night tonight, and to be honest with you, right now I'm good where I'm at, but I don't know, I really haven't checked in anything. I just bought what I'm going to add to my ham shack, and that's what do you call it? I bought a repeater, a C4 FM analog and digital repeater from what's it called, DX Engineering. So I'm gonna be working on that for a while. So I guess that counts since I just bought it.
Okay, Chris, we got you down for a repeater. Next on the list is my neighbor to the north here, Mike, K2CMT in DeBerry.
Gil, and everyone that's joining us here tonight on Open Mic Night. Answer to your question, I'm looking, as Roger KO4QMM would tell you, I'm looking for a better HF antenna. This is probably going to be my next addition. Everyone have a good evening. This is K2CMT.
Okay, Mike, we got you down for a new HF antenna. And next is WA4WGA, Ray in Talmadge, Ohio. Did I get that pronunciation right? And what would you like in your ham shack?
You did pronounce Talmadge correctly, WA4WGA. One thing I would like, wish I would have is
and the other one is not. I would like the 991, especially if it has text-to-speech output. And way back in the bad old days, I had a THF 6A, and I'd love to find another one of those again. If you knew the musical scale, you could operate that radio without even looking at it. And that's what I got, WA4WD.
Okay, Ray, appreciate you checking in with us. We're going to put you down for the FT991. It's the first thing you came up with. And let me acknowledge a few more text check-ins here. Joe, KO4FRR, out of Sorrento, Florida. KE2EDS, Mark, out of Elma, New York, and our host tonight. And K1MCO, Jay, in Orlando, Florida. Before I take those, let's do some general check-ins and add to this list. Anyone, anywhere, call signs twice and slowly, please.
KD4DRP, Kilo Delta 4, Delta Romeo Papa.
W2EM, 0 TIS, Whiskey 2, Echo Mike, 0 TIS. Kilo Alpha 4, Whiskey Hotel Tango, KA4WHT, Mobile.
Kilo 5, Oscar India Tango, K5OIT, in and out.
Okay, let's hold it up there and acknowledge the ones we have here. From the bottom up, it was KA4WHT, Paul out of Pembroke Pines, Florida. See your mobile, be right back to you here. N0TIS, Otis out of Beaumont, Texas. W2EM, Chuck out of Lancaster, New York. And KD4DRP, David out of Alachua, Florida. And I think we might have missed one more right at the end there, or we would. K5OIT, in and out. Kimberly, thanks for joining us. So let's go take our mobile check-in. Paul, KA4WHT, what would you like to add to your ham shack?
Hey, good evening. This is KA4WHT, Paul. I'm really happy with my HF system, and I do enjoy all mode on UHF and VHF, but I was kind of having fun listening on the satellite, but I don't have an adequate antenna for that, so probably wouldn't mind picking up either, the egg beater type of satellite antenna on the low Earth orbit satellites. Over.
Okay, Paul, we got you down for antenna for satellite. And going up now to the top of the list is KO4FRR, one of our own, Joe out of Sorrento, Florida. Joe, what would you like to add to your ham shack?
Good evening, good evening, Glenn, Mark, and Jason, and good job doing the net tonight. It's too early to say at the moment because I just got another toy in my shack, the M1KE that I've been playing with since Monday. So that's all I have for right now. I'll talk to you guys later. KO4FRR.
Okay, Joe, I'm going to have to drive up to Sorrento because that probably would be my item as an M1KE, and I'm trying to convince myself I have a good reason to spend the money for it. So we've got you down for that. Next is our host, KE2EDS, Mark out of Elma, New York.
Well, good evening, Gil. Good evening, Jason. Great seeing you guys. My next thing or next purchase is a end-fed wave multi-band antenna. I currently just put up dipoles inside my home, and it's just not the way to go on HF. You guys have a great evening. KE2EDS.
Okay, Mark, we got you down for an NFED half wave. And next is a call sign that if you lived in Florida would really stand out to you, or at least in the Orlando area. But it's K1MCO, which is also the call sign for our airport, Jay, out of Orlando, Florida. Jay, what would you like to add to your ham shack?
Well, good evening, Gil, and good evening to everybody on the net. Thank you for picking me up. This is K1MCO in Orlando. Need to add to my shack an NFED random wire. I'm HOA restricted, and the vertical that I have right now is not working properly here, a lot of noise. So I'm doing the research for NFED random wire antenna. Thank you for the let me check in. Back to you.
Thanks, Jay. We got you down for a random wire antenna. Next on the list is KD4DRP, David out of Alachua, Florida.
Evening. Well, I have a big wish list, but my real thing is update on a new DMR dual band radio for DMR. That's about the only thing I need right now.
Okay, David, thanks for checking in, and we got you down for the DMR radio. Moving on down the list is W2EM, Chuck out of Lancaster, New York. What would you like to add to your ham shack, sir?
Gil and the rest of the crew here tonight. I'm pretty well set on everything I have right now. However, I'm in the process of putting in the TRMS radio and antenna, mainly because our club is they got a repeater, and they're going to be putting up this TRMS repeater for the community. So I picked up a cheap radio. I think it's a 40-watt mobile, and I got a TRMS antenna, and I just have to put it up. I'm working on a small tower right now, and maybe within a week or so I should have everything running. So it's not ham, but it's close. So that's where we are right now. Anyway, I'll turn it back to Net. Good talking to you, Gil.
Hey, we got you down for a GMRS radio. Nothing wrong with that. Next on the list is N0TIS Otis out of Beaumont, Texas. What would you like to add to your ham shack?
Well, hello, Gil. Everybody out there, Gil, you're doing a fine job, by the way. N0TIS. And let's see, are we ever happy with what we have in our ham shack? We always want something new. We always want something bigger, something better. So it's kind of a hard decision, but right now, I would like to have a 991A. I would like to have one of those. That would be really nice. I would be satisfied with a G90 just to do some POTA, maybe a little bit easier to do POTA, let me just say that. But if it was on my wish list and everybody tonight says, you know what, Otis, we're going to buy you one, then the 991 would be at the top of the list. Y'all have a great evening. N0TIS.
Okay, Otis, we got you down for the 991. G90 is a nice radio. It was actually my first HF radio, and then I decided to upgrade, so I went to an 891. And then somehow I decided I needed a 710, so I did that, and that was too big to lug around, so I've kept it, but I went back and got myself, what's the other one from Zygu, the 6100, I guess it is. So, but that G90 was a nice little radio. That brings us to the bottom of the list, and so let's go back to the general check-ins. Reminder, the text line is open at 317-9050. We're also taking email check-ins at text@ecr.radio. Text@ecr.radio. Great way to avoid pile-ups using either one of those. So radio check-ins twice and slowly, please.
This is Victor Echo 3, Victor Zulu Charlie, first name Gary in Toronto, Canada, just in and out. Enjoy listening, 73.
W8 AWD, Whiskey 8, Alpha Whiskey Delta, in and out.
Kilo Romeo 4, Foxtrot Echo Foxtrot. Kilo Romeo 4, Foxtrot Echo Foxtrot.
Kilo Alpha 5, Golf Sierra Sierra, KA5 GSS.
Brandon.
Hold it up there for a second. We had a check-in, or it sounded like a check-in right at the end that said Brandon. Can you key up, wait a couple seconds, and give us your call sign twice, please?
Sure. Kilo Romeo 4, Foxtrot Lima Zulu, KR4 FLZ.
Okay, Brandon, we got you that time, KR4 FLZ. That's Brandon in Winter Springs, Florida. We also got KA5 GSS Shane out of Beaumont, Texas. KR4 FEF Jason out of Wildwood, Florida. And W8 AWD Austin out of Beaumont, Texas was in and out. Thanks for dropping by. And VE3 Victor Z Charlie. This is VZC. Gary, it looks like you're new to the system, Gary. Appreciate you checking in. Hang around sometime. And if you have a good email on QRZ, we'll send out a welcome letter to you. Moving down to the first of these that was going to stick around was KR4 FEF Jason in Wildwood, Florida. What would you like to add to your ham shack?
KR4FEF, Jason, I appreciate joining the net tonight. I'm still kind of new at this, only recently passing my general about a month ago. So as of right now, I'm looking at either an ICOM 7300 or the FT991. As I've heard you all talk about so much, very nice radio. I'm looking at either one of those right now. Thanks very much, KR4FEF. Back to net control.
Thanks, Jason, for checking in with us. We put you down for the ICOM 7300, but you can't go wrong with either of those radios, both beautiful radios. Next on the list is KA5 GSS Shane in Beaumont, Texas. What would you like to add to your ham shack, sir?
Well, this is KA5 GSS. Good job running the net tonight. And what I would like to add to mine is another Bengali key. I got my eye on several of them, but I really like the 70th edition, and it's on my radar, and hopefully I'll get it on a birthday here, so yep, that's what I'd like to add to my shack. KA5 GSS, back to net control, 7-3.
Okay, Shane, we got you down for a new key. CW is something I've tried, but I just can't pick it up, so I commend you on that one. Next on the list is Brandon, KR4 FLZ in Winter Springs, Florida. Brandon, what would you like to add to your ham shack?
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone, to everyone on the net. I just ordered two things tonight, actually. I want to get into the the DMR stuff. So I ordered a DMR radio and a DMR hotspot. Should be here tomorrow. So that's the latest thing I want to add. KR4FLZ back to net control.
Brandon, thanks for stopping by. We got you down for DMR radio. We've had one more text check-in. I'm going to go ahead and take this real quick. That's N1NEW. Mike out of Pembroke Pines, Florida. Mike, what would you like to add to your ham shack?
I'm not really sure. Maybe a pole dancer. Back to the net.
Okay, I guess we'll record that one and we won't bother repeating it back out there. So, but appreciate where you're coming from. Just a reminder, guys, this is open mic night. The intent here is to get new people out as being net controllers. If you want to be a net controller, you can sign up for it on the website. Just go to the bit.ly/open mic, bit.ly/open mic. You can get all the information there and sign up. So come out and join us. We also had K4KU, our logger, check-in tonight, Jason, out of Atlanta, Georgia. And let's open this up for more check-ins. Anyone, anywhere, twice as slowly, please.
KE4 MSM Kilo Echo 4 Mike Sierra Mike.
KR4 DSN Kilo Romeo 4 Delta Sierra November.
4 Golf 1 November Yankee Sierra 481 NYS. Hotel.
So let me hold it up there for a second. We heard someone come in with just hotel. Can that come back if your call sign, I guess, ends in hotel? Or if you had hotel in your call sign, you can come back and give us a full call sign. Key up, wait a couple seconds, and give it to us twice as slowly, please.
That was that new mic I was using. That was N2JCH November 2 Juliet Charlie Hotel.
Okay, Justin, N2JCH, we got you down now. Let's go ahead and go up the top of this list, and that would be Jason K4KU. Jason, what would you like to add to your ham shack?
Yeah, good evening, Mark and Gil. Great to be on the open mic net with you as always. The next thing I want to add is an HF antenna. It's the Gutter Buster, which I could sort of covertly put out on the patio and connect it with the gutters in my condo and hopefully reach the world. This is K4KU, back to net control.
Okay, Jason, we've got you down for Gutter Buster. I hadn't heard of that. It's a cute name. Next on the list is KE4 MSN Waj out of Winter Springs, Florida. What would you like to add to your ham shack?
Good evening. I have an Yaesu STDX10 on my radar. I have my sights on that radio for a little while, so looking to hopefully pick one of them up maybe by hamcation time. So back to net, KE4 MSM.
Well, thank you for checking in. We got you down for an FTDX10. Next down on the list is Nick out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, KR4DSN. Nick, what would you like to add to your ham shack?
Well, hello, good evening, everybody. Like a few others here, I'm looking to get an HF rig sooner than later, so looking at both the FT991 or the IC7300, but before that actually happens, what I really need to do and what will be next is a proper antenna mount and a way to get my feed lines through my house without going through the dining room window. So that's what it's going to actually be. Although I still think Mike and Pembroke Pines had the best idea. So back to net control. KR4 DSN, clear.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Mike had the best idea as long as the YXLs aren't listening. But we've got you down for an antenna mount, and I appreciate you checking in. And now over to the Philippines, 4G1 NYS, Stephen out of Batangas City in the Philippines. What would you like to add to your ham shack?
Good morning to you, Gil, and good evening to our fellows stateside. This is for Golf 1 November Yankee Sierra. My name is Steven. What would I like to put next for my ham shack? A personal computer equipped with all the digital nodes like all Starlink, Echolink, so that I won't be pretty much kept in a box with mobile apps. Thank you very much, Gil. I'll send it back to you for Golf 1, November Yankee Sierra.
Thank you, Stephen. Got you down for a PC. I can certainly understand that. I use a PC to connect to my node and do a lot that way, and definitely enjoy sitting at the desk and doing it. Next on the list is Justin, N2JCH, out of Buffalo, New York. What would you like to add to your ham shack, sir?
Well, surprisingly enough, what I would like to add to my ham shack is a PC as well, because I am a Mac guy, and a lot of these radios don't play well with the Mac. So I would definitely say a PC as well. N2JCH, clear, back to net.
Okay, we've got you down for PC, and that brings us down to the bottom of the list. So it's time for some more check-ins. Reminder, text line is open. You can check in by sending your call sign and only your call sign to 716-317-9050. You can also check in via email. Just send an email with your call sign to text at ecr.radio, text at ecr.radio. So more check-ins, general check-ins, twice and slowly, please.
This is November Juliet 1 Sierra, stroke mobile. Norway, Japan 1 Sierra, stroke mobile. Eric in Vermont.
November 2, Zulu Victor November, and 2 ZVN.
All right, guys. I'm going to just take over for a moment here. We have a little technical difficulty. All right, we got N1 or N2JCH, N2JCH. We got VE3KEZ and N2ZVN. Do we have any other check-ins? General check-ins, please see your call sign twice and slowly.
I think you have my call incorrect. My call November Japan 1 Sierra, NJ 1 Sierra, Eric in Vermont, and I'll do a check-in only, I guess.
Okay, Eric, we got you. If you like, you can answer our question for this evening. What item would you like to put in your ham shack next? Okay, we're going to mark Eric in and out. We ready to go back, Gil?
Yes, I am. Thanks for covering me there. I had a dog jump up on my lap. And
we're going to call on Victor Echo 3, KEZ Ken in Curve Lake, Ontario. Ken, what item would you like to put in your ham shack next? All right, Ken, we're going to mark you in and out. Next up, N2ZVN. N2ZVN. Alan in Kendall, New York. What item would you like to put in your ham shack next?
Well, good evening, everyone on the net tonight. Well, you know, if you asked me that question a month ago, I would have said some paddles to do CW, but I've since acquired them. So I guess really the only thing left is I want to build a power supply that'll run 4 Raspberry Pis under the 12-volt shack power. So that way we get frequent power outages, and I don't have to worry about the UPS running out of battery. It'll keep everybody happy. Great job, everyone. N2ZVN, back to net.
Okay, Alan, appreciate you checking in there. And Mark, I appreciate you covering for me there. I had a dog jump in my lap and kick something loose. That brings us to the bottom of the list. Let's do some general check-ins. Twice and slowly, please.
KEZ, VK3, KEZ.
This is Kilo 6 Lima November India, Lancelot out of Hayward, California, K6LNI.
Okay, we had K6LNI, Lancelot out of Hayward, California. I believe the other one was VE3KEZ, Kenneth in Curve Lake, Ontario, Canada. Was that correct?
Negative, VK3, KEZ. VK3, KEZ.
Okay, VK3KEZ. Got you down there. What would you like to add to your ham shack, sir?
Add an external VHF antenna, VK3 KEZ by.
Okay, we've got you down for an external antenna. Thanks for checking in with us. And moving on down is K6LNI, Lancelot out of Hayward, California.
Well, good evening to you. I'd like to have that one out of offscan.info that he advertises there, ANR 100 LP, a laptop with the microphone all included there. That would be a great one to have. So I got my eyes on that. Maybe Christmas time, maybe Santa Claus will come around. Thank you. K6LNI.
Okay, Lancelot, thanks for checking in. We have you down for the ANR 100 LP. And that again brings us to the bottom of this list. So, reminder, text check-ins. You can check in by texting your call sign, only your call sign, to 716-317-9050 or via email, send your call sign to text at ECR.radio. Text at ECR.radio. Some more general check-ins. Please give us your call signs twice and slowly, please.
Victor Echo 7, India Zulu Bravo. Pardeep from Coquitlam.
Kilo Romeo 4, Echo X-Ray Victor. Kilo Romeo 4, Echo X-Ray Victor, Gainesville, Florida.
W2 RBC. RBC.
ECO, Kilo Delta 2, Delta Papa Oscar.
Okay, let's hold it up there. I acknowledge these check-ins. KD2 DPO Tony out of Jamestown, New York. W2 RBC Randy out of West Seneca, New York. KR4 EXV John out of High Springs or Gainesville, I think you said, Florida. And at the top of this list we had VE7 IZB Pardeep out of Coquitlam, British Columbia, Canada. So you're at the top of the list, sir. What would you like to add to your ham shack?
Well, I've already got the nice VHF, UHF radio, but what I want to do is, this is the ICOM 90, and I would love to get the Yankee antenna so I can do 23 centimeters up and do some base station communication. That would be the next thing on my list to try to achieve. Back to you, next call.
Okay, Pardeep, looks like you're new to the system. If you have a good email on QRZ, we'll send a welcome letter to you. Appreciate you checking in, and we got you down for a new base station. Next on the list was John out of Gainesville, Florida, KR4EXV. What would you like to add to your ham shack?
I think the biggest thing I need to add right now is some organization. I just kind of seem to have everything all over the place. Just kind of get organized would be helpful.
Well, speaking for myself, and I'm sure a few other people, we could all use a little more organization in the ham shack. Next on our list, and thanks for checking in, sir. Next on our list is W2 RBC Randy out of West Seneca, New York. What would you like to add to your ham shack?
Good evening, Gil, Mark, Jason, and everyone on the open mic. I have almost everything that I need, but would like to add an HP service monitor to my list of gear. Back to net control, 73 to all, W2, RBC.
Control?
Randy, thanks for checking in with us. Appreciate it. We got you down for a new service module. And someone's trying to break in net control. Go ahead, sir.
Net control, please copy Kilo 2, November, Delta, X-ray, K2NDX. The name is Paul Papa Alpha Uniform Lima, transmitting Bronx, New York. No traffic, and good evening.
Okay, we got you, Paul, we got you down for an in and out. Thanks for checking in with us. And going back up to where we left off, KD2 DPO Tony out of Jamestown, New York. What would you like to add to your ham shack?
Yo, I would like to have a beam, 20 meters and 40 meter beam. So back to that, KD2 DPO.
Okay, Tony, we got you down for a beam antenna. And we've had one more text check-in. That would be KQ4GKO, John out of New Bern, North Carolina. So, John, why don't we go ahead and take you now, and what would you like to add to your ham shack?
Well, first I'd have to get a ham shack to add something to it. I have my eyes on something that's got wheels that I can hook to the back of my vehicle, so it'd be good for POTA and anything else I might want to do with it. That's kind of where I'm at right now with that. I'm going to hand it off to River to let her tell you what she wants in her ham shack.
Well, I don't have a ham shack.
Well, River, thanks for checking in with us, but don't have to have a ham shack. What type of radio would you like to have? We're going to come back to River in just a minute. Just want to give her a chance to get in again. Next on the list is, next on the list. Let's do some general check-ins. Twice and slowly with call signs, please.
Whiskey 4, Papa X-ray, View 4, PPX, Don, Hollywood, Florida, in and out.
N4 FSH, November 4, Foxtrot Sierra Hotel, in and out. KK7 OGC, KK7 OGC.
Okay, let me acknowledge these check-ins. We had K2NDX, Paul out of Hawthorne, New York, in and out. Thanks for checking in, sir. W4PPX, Don in Hollywood, Florida, also in and out. Thanks for checking in. N4FSH, Michael in Williston, Florida. Looks like you're new to the system. If you have a good email on QRZ, we will send out a welcome letter to you. I appreciate you checking in with us, and next time stick around and talk to us a little more. Love to have you here. And the last check-in I had was KK7 OGC, Fred in Reno. Fred, what would you like to add to your ham shack?
Dinner's almost ready. I made the enchiladas.
Fred, are you still with us? KK7 OGC. What would you like to add to your ham shack, sir? Okay, we're going to put Fred down for in and out. John, is River ready to try again?
Yeah, finally, somebody was holding open the All-Star link. Anyway, Fred, KK7OGC, a rig for the car. And sorry for the delay. Again, my All-Star node saw an open connection. Anyway, back to net, KK70GC, and thank you.
Okay, Fred, thanks for hanging in there with us, and we've got you down for a car rig. And let's try River one more time if we can here. River, what radio would you like?
Well, I don't have a ham shack because I don't have a license yet, but I'll have my license on the 16th. So that's about it. KQ4GKO, back to net.
Okay, I guess we'll put you down for a license then. And that brings us down to the bottom of our list. Let's do some more general check-ins. Twice and slowly the call sign, please.
Charlie Bravo. Kilo Fox 4, Alpha Charlie Bravo.
Kilo, Quebec 4, Oscar, Romeo Kilo, KQ4, ORK Mobile, A&M House, good evening.
Okay, we had KQ4 ORK, Barry out of Apopka, Florida, was in and out, and Terry KF4 ACB out of Hargate, Tennessee. Terry, what would you like to add to your ham shack?
You asked that question today. I just added the Yaesu 3185 2-meter radio. And the radio I'm talking on right now is the Yaesu 991A. I got both of them in line today, and been figuring out this maze of a menu on this 991A. I hope I sound okay. I haven't had a chance really to check the audio. I've got it set at 50%. Does it sound all right?
Your audio sounds just about perfect. Nice level, very clear. So again, we're down to the and we got you down for 991. Thanks for checking in with us. Brings us down to the bottom of the list. So reminder: text check-ins at 716-317-9050. Mail check-ins, email check-ins at text at ECR.radio. Text at ECR.radio. So we got time for a few more check-ins here. Anybody like to check in? Anyone, anywhere? Twice and slowly, please.
AC4BR, Alpha Charlie 4, Bravo Romeo.
R4CKC, KR4CKC.
Okay, let me acknowledge these check-ins. We had KR4CKC, Bill out of the Villages in Florida, and AC4BR, Brian in Monticello, Kentucky. Brian, what would you like to add to your ham shack?
Good evening, on that there. I believe this is Gil, also there. But yeah, I guess the next thing I'll be adding is a tuner. I've got a manual MFJ one, but that'd be good to learn, but I don't really thrill in the thought of having to mess with it every single time I want to, use my radio. So I guess that'll be the next purchase, and then maybe an in-fed, or I might build some. Who knows? We'll see. But I've been talking with Charles about a particular type of in-fed, so I'll probably go that route at least at first, and then experiment from there. But anyway, hope everybody has a good evening. This is AC4BR. I'll turn it back to you next.
Thank you, Brian. We got you down for a tuner, and if you're talking to Charles about antennas, you're going to end up in the right place. Last on this list right now is Bill out of the Villages, KR4 CKC. Bill, what would you like to add to your ham shack?
Evening to everybody on the net. What I would like to add to my ham shack, I'm stuck in an HOA restricted area. I would love to be able to get one heck of a good circle to be able to operate my HF good. Right now I'm using an Alpha HOA buster, which is adequate, but not what I want to be able to get out on my HF. So I would love a nice vertical antenna.
Okay, Bill, thanks for checking in. We got you down for a nice vertical antenna. Can certainly understand the desire there. I have time for one or two more check-ins. Twice and slowly the call sign, please. Sounds like we're definitely getting down to the end of this hour. A couple of reminders. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. is 20-meter net on 14317 plus or minus. Tomorrow night is Ask an Elmer in the Zoom room. Friday night is the YouthNet at 8 p.m. Third parties are certainly welcome there, and so come on out for that. Is there any last-minute in and outs here? In and out. Twice and slowly. Okay, hearing nothing, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up a couple minutes early. A total of 46 check-ins. On behalf of Jason, K4KU, who took care of the logs tonight, and our host, Mark, KE2EDS, this is K4GDS Gill. Appreciate everyone checking in with us tonight. Thanks for taking the time to share your thoughts and desires with us, and we look forward to talking to you in the future. Turning the East Coast Reflector over to general use. K4GDS, clear.